My card was declined at the hospital gift shop the day I gave birth. I'd been working overnight warehouse shifts at 8 months pregnant because my husband said we had nothing. Then my grandmother walked in, looked at my faded sweatshirt and asked, was $300,000 a month not enough? I stared at her. My baby was asleep on my chest. The hospital folded under a magazine because I'd already looked at it 3 times and each time my hands started shaking. Grandma, I whispered, what are you talking about? She didn't blink. I have wired $300,000 to your household account every month. And my husband told me we were broke. I thought about the concrete floors, squaint ankles, crying in the pharmacy break room at 3 a.m. because the electric bill was late. Liam sitting across from me at dinner saying, you need to stop thinking like a single person and understand how capital moves. He said that while $300,000 hit our account every 30 days, my grandmother pulled out her phone and called her attorney. Susan, St. Jude's now. Bring everything on the Sterling account. All of it. She hung up. 3 words kept circling in my skull. All of it. Then the hospital door opened again. Liam walked in carrying white lilies. His mother, Patricia, was right behind him. Cashmere sweater, luxury watch. The rested face of a man who slept 8 hours while his wife labored for 20. He saw my grandmother. His smile held 1 second too long. That was the first time I understood my husband's face as a machine. Something that calculated and settled into whatever mask the room required. Margaret, Patricia said, what a lovely surprise. My grandmother didn't look at her. She looked at Liam. Where is my granddaughter's money? No greeting, no warmth, just 5 words that landed like a brick through a window. Liam set the flowers down slowly, buying time. Things are more complicated than that. Tax obligations, liquidity timing, reinvestment decision. It was all for the household. The household, I said. My voice cracked. I cried over this hospital bill for 2 hours. I counted grocery money on my phone while you wore a watch that costs more than my car. And you're telling me it was for the household? Patricia stepped forward. Clara, sweetheart, you just had a baby. This is not the time to process complex finances with a brain full of hormones. My grandmother turned her head slowly. If your name is anywhere near that money, Patricia, silence is the smartest thing available to you right now. Patricia's mouth closed. The designer gift bag on her wrist suddenly looked ridiculous. Within 24 hours, my grandmother's legal team pulled the records. 30 transfers, 300,000 each. Every single one drained within 72 hours. Moved to Liam's personal offshore brokerage, then routed to something called Sterling Strategic Advisory LLC. He was the only name on it. Patricia had a black card linked to the brokerage, luxury hotels, spa retreats, a monthly consulting retainer paid to a shell company. He spent money meant for my groceries on Cartier jewelry while telling me idle women overthink, Clara. Then Susan found the recording. A smart speaker in Patricia's kitchen had picked up a conversation between her and Liam. I read the transcript sitting in my grandmother's dining room at midnight while my baby slept in a bassinet beside me. Patricia, she still thinks tight means temporary. Liam, she trusts the process as long as I say it calmly. Liam's, that's exactly why we keep her tired. Not panicked, just tired. They engineered my exhaustion. They kept me just drained enough to stop asking questions. I put the paper down. My hands weren't shaking anymore. Susan looked at me across the table. Liam signed an $11 million term sheet with a major private capital group. If we file now, it detonates inside his entire professional life. He loses everything. My grandmother sat at the end of the table. She didn't tell me what to do. She just waited. I looked at my daughter. One tiny fist curled under her chin. A paper bracelet on her wrist. My name on the other one. A name that suddenly felt less like a marriage and more like a barcode someone slapped on me without asking. Send it, I said. My voice didn't shake. But what Liam did next when he realized the walls were closing in was worse than anything he'd done before. And the room he chose to do it in was full of exactly the wrong people. Full story below.